Hey, loves, I welcome you to another episode of About Her. It has been quite a while since the last episode because there has been some things going on, and I want to jump straight into the solo episode to keep this short, to be more respectful of your time and to actually get to the core faster. So that's my goal, at least. Let's see how it works. I picked a card before we started, and it says, I am the creator of my reality, and I choose to create a life filled with joy and fulfillment, which, of course, nails the topic that I want to talk about on the head, that is anxiety, and therefore the denial of joy, and maybe even the denial of fulfillment. And what I want to share with you first is a story that happened to me 2 weeks ago when we were driving back from a week of holiday, camping outside in nature, which was beautiful and so calming, and everything was really fun. So everything should have been okay, but the moment we entered the car and started driving on the highway, my anxiety hit me. I was sitting in the back of the car. My husband and kid were in the front. They're listening to music. The roads were free. The sun was shining. The weather was good. Everything was fine from the outside. But there I was sitting there, should have been relaxed just as much as I can. And my heart raced. My hands were sweaty. And I was thinking that we will crash with our car, having an accident every second. And the thing that I want to point out in this is not that anxiety hit me, but that it has hit me for the last 30-ish years of my life, because that is just my normal. That's how almost every time I'm in the car and I'm not driving myself, I feel. That's how much worry is stored within my body with a dysregulated nervous system for decades. And that was my normal. So I wasn't even shocked. It was just more prominent, more obvious, more intense as usually. And therefore, I got thinking. I did all this nervous system work. I was so much more relaxed than even 6 months ago. So why is this anxiety so much more intense than ever before? It annoyed me. So I actually started doing something that I've never done. Could you believe it? I've started using the nervous system work that I'm using for my clients, that I'm using within every other space of my life. I started using that in the car. Self-hypnosis, calming down, the energy work. And within just a few minutes, I was the calmest I've ever been in the car. And for me, that was like a whole new world opening up. For somebody else, it might have been just the way every time you feel when you're entering a car. For me, it was a whole new world, and I was laughing so hard because what has kept me back from having that earlier was the limiting belief that things need to heal. Things that you have for a long time need to heal for a long time until they're kind of resolved. So healing takes time was a thing that I've stumbled across in this. And the other one was that within this panic normally, and that's what I find with my clients too, is your anxiety is that high that you don't even access the conscious mind. You don't even access the part of your brain that says like, oh, I know an exercise for that. Let's do it and see how we feel afterwards. Because the fight flight is just so big. There's just so much adrenaline. There's just so much stress that there isn't even the conscious awareness to say like, I have an antidote over here. There is something that we can do. And as stupid as that might sound, that's why I'm honing in on that so big, is it's normal. It's normal. It's not something you need to beat yourself up about if that's happening to you in whatever way. It doesn't have to be the car anxiety that I'm describing. But that we know tools in general, that we know how to support and help ourselves in general, but we're not doing it because logic is just shut off in a moment of fight or flight. And if you are highly sensitive, if you're like overly empathic, if you're really tuned into other people's emotion or the world stage, a collective consciousness at large with everything that is going on, then your stress levels might be very high and your brain might be in the constant battle without you even noticing, because that's just the normal. So what shifted? What shifted for me, and how can you shift? It's the habit. Making nervous system relaxation a habit. I tuned into that for a very long meditation after we came home safely. I want to mention I tuned into to see like what is it that changed now versus all the other times where I consciously already knew these tools. What changed? And what I found is the habitual way of doing, the actual embodiment on a level that doesn't require thinking because it has become identity. And that's what I have been working on for the last few months. Launching the soft reset, doing all that work over and over every day, multiple times a day. It has really ingrained into every cell of my being. And therefore, it wasn't a conscious choice anymore. Just like, okay, I'm doing the havening. I'm doing some energy work. You already know that exercise for me if you have watched some of my videos, to calm down triple womb meridian. Or I am doing a little bit of safety exercises, something the thymus, or helping the kinder meridian, flushing out toxins, flushing out the adrenaline. All these exercises that has been there already, I did them sporadically when I felt I needed them, versus honing in for the last few months to doing those regularly, every day, committing them, making them habit, which sounds so boring, but then again, it's not, because a regulated nervous system gives you the most unboring life ever. And after doing that, it wasn't a choice. It was me doing something that my new me, the version of her that I wanted to access and finally have been able to access, just does when she has anxiety. I'm calming myself down. I'm taking the power back to say like, oh, I don't have to feel that way. And it's not even a conscious choice. I know I'm repeating myself, and I do that on purpose because I want to make clear to you that that's the same for you too. That whatever anxiety or worry or fear you're struggling with, whatever thing is like doom and gloom over your head, whatever is your constant black cloud, it doesn't have to stay that way. And even if it was like that for the longest time ever, you are the creator of your own life, and your joy and fulfillment is yours to have whenever you want. Well, cars are falling out, someone else wants to come through. Oh, okay. I release self-doubt and step into my power, knowing that I'm capable of anything I set my mind to. If you wanted a confirmation from the universe, here it is. So these shoe cards are my message for you. The empowerment that everything can change within a few minutes is my message to you. And that there are tools that you might already know, but most likely you're not consistently doing. Or if you don't know them already, you can learn them. There are resources out there. You can take the soft reset. It's 33 days. It's not an investment. It's literally there for you to access it at any moment. There are so many ways to work on yourself. And even if you have before, have you done it consistently? I've been meditating for the last 15 plus years, and the anxiety was still there. So I've done it, but did I do it with the intention of lowering the anxiety consistently? No, I didn't. I did it for other purposes, and it was beautiful. It is. So hone in to, do you actually consistently work to become that version of you that has or don't have anymore what you're desiring? Are you actually doing everything you can to become that version of you or not? And if not, let's talk. Let's start building that version for you. Let's start building your dream life now. Because why wait? Because why endure another day feeling anxious, feeling fearful, feeling stressed out more than you need to? And actually, there's just not so much that we actually need to stress about. We think we do. We're conditioned to think we do, but we don't. So here's to releasing self-doubt. Here's to taking back your power. I love you. Follow for more. comment reset if the soft reset is of interest to you, and I bet it will change your life. Can't wait to see you inside.